Alright, let me make sure. Yeah, I gotta turn that audio down and then I'm good to go. Alright, well, if I'm quick, I might be able to grab the part I need for the build I'm doing this weekend without anybody sneaking in here and getting a sneak peek. We'll see though. Of course, that doesn't apply to anyone checking out the stream after the fact. Of course, I appreciate y'all. I'm about to go get the Cabot C4 bridge because that's a part I'm gonna need for the build video I plan on posting this weekend. I see you're peeking. Heck yeah, it's good to have you here. Hope you're having a good day and enjoying the stream.
Need some work done? You should inspect your ship. Sure, how about it?
Alright, now I gotta figure out how to fit this big old Cabot bridge in there and make it work just to get it back to the outpost landing pad. And then I'll work on this some more later. So the idea I've got, since I've got a few people here checking it out, the idea I've got for the different build I want to do this weekend anyways is kind of based off of this initial design I've got here, but I plan on replacing these with some halves and then making the wings thicker to accommodate the new bigger bridge and then putting some halves in there. Because Hope Tech and Nova have halves that are real small like this. They kind of look like bracers. I'm going to try and make something like this with some aggressive wings poking out the front, the bridge in the back, and I'm going to make it where you can walk through every part of the ship. That's the plan anyways. For what I'm doing this weekend. But today, I'll be working on one that I'm calling Hawk, because it's the C-Class version of Raven, the most popular video I've got right now. One everyone seems to be loving anyways. And a couple people wanted a C-Class version that has more cargo space, so I pretty much got that build complete. I'm just going to be fine-tuning the look today, essentially. That's not what it's going to look like when I do the build this weekend, but oddly kind of works. That'll work for now. Like I was saying, this is really just to get the Cabot Bridge back to the outpost. It's going to look completely different by the time I end up posting a build on that one. The one we're working on today is this one here behind us.
Heads up, if you're planning to go to chunks.
Like, this is the ship that's been going around a lot, and I really appreciate everyone who's been checking out the videos on the channel and uh, supporting all the Starfield content. Honestly, I had no idea I was going to be making this much, but I'm enjoying every minute of it. I had a few people that wanted a bigger, like, C-class version, so this is what I've got so far. The biggest trouble that I've been seeing a lot of people have is, like, creating an angled wing like this, but I think I've just about got as close as we can get by stacking and alternating some Stroud Cap A's. I'm not happy with the landing gear up front, though. But I need at least one more due to the weight. Just don't know where to put it. I had, at one point, 3 of these, I think, what I had. But I still need at least one more, and then I end up with is it asymmetrical sides or an extra landing gear. So I haven't figured that out yet. Still has too few landing gears. So I need one more. Yeah. And this is where I keep running into an issue because, like, I guess I'll do an aft version that at least completes it. It's not like a hard stop at the end of it here. Also thought about like taking these, flipping them, and putting them there. One of them makes gear with 4 landing thrusts. Alright, let me back out of this. I gotta find that. No, do not put that random cap there. Flip it back. There. Okay, I know where a couple of the manufacturers are, so I'm actually gonna start hopping around now and see if I can find it. Because if there's a lander and it's got 4 thrusts, depending on how it looks, like the way it attaches to the build, um, I'll have to write down what manufacturer it is so I can include going to grab that in the video. So I'm just gonna cancel my modifications for now. Let's try and track down that lander. Is there another ship manufacturer here in Alpha Centauri? Or is this just like another general one? I don't think they sell any specialized parts. Let's go check the Nova Galactic Star Yard. I was just there, but I didn't look at their specific, or not, the Nova Galactic vendor. I didn't check their specific gear. Let's see what they have to offer. Don't think so? Alright. Well, I already hit the button to make me load by the time I glance back over to see that. So let's check it out since I'm already here.
No problem.
1, 2, there it is. Nova Galactic landing thrust 4. Might be exactly what we need. Might be. Gotta go. Three variants of it too. Yeah, there's 4. The standard middle one, wide. Okay, I guess wide is like their aft version. Let's try the 4 one. See about tucking 2 away under some cap A's and see what it says then. Still too few. Well, what if we put a wide between those 2? What am I on up there? No. Oh, that's the cargo. All right. Hmm. Okay. 11 total. Have you figured out the calculation for mass? I haven't checked into anything like that. I just one for every 200 mass. All right. That's good to know. I hadn't bothered to try and figure it out, and I hadn't heard anyone else talk about it yet, but I think I got it. We've got... I need 11 total. 2, 4, 6. Wait. No, that's... Hold on. So I only... So this should be 12. Has unattached modules. Okay. So yeah, I just gotta figure out how to attach one here in the middle. Without messing too much up. I wish this thing would flip the other way. I guess not. I just had an idea. I didn't know there was side connections on the wide one. Alright. Let me get all these items back where they belong. Much better. At least I think so. Now, I gotta find where I put those suppressors at. 'Cause with the slower moving ship, I think I want to swap my suppressors out for turrets. Should be around here somewhere. I think. Alright. Heck yeah, I'll have to check it out. I haven't gone down into the math because that can get kind of boring sometimes. I've been focusing mainly on the aesthetic design of my ships and cramming all as many guns as I can in there. It seems like here lately. So there's where my suppressors are. I'm gonna put some turrets on instead. Yeah. Honestly, like, I don't know if you've seen any of his videos, but there's a guy called Vash Kawaii, I think. I might have said his name wrong, but that guy does some insane breakdowns. Like, I started watching him over in Remnant, and he was doing like armor breakdowns over there, and then his Starfield videos started popping up, and apparently they're so good. There's like a bunch of people over on TikTok trying to steal his content. It's made him make a TikTok account and stuff like that. It was pretty funny seeing it go down on YouTube. But he does some great work. He goes into all the details, even down to the decimal places when doing the math. I don't think he's done anything with shipbuilding yet, though. Look at that. I even picked the mobility up by one. How much does landing gear weigh? 4? Gear don't really weigh that much. Well, let's go check it out, make sure nothing's clipping inside. There, I gotta take this back to the outpost. So I want to change this to a landing bay. I don't like the landing bay that I want to change it to particularly because it's one of the ones with the hatch in the roof. Personally, I just don't like those. But it looks so much better on the ship. I gotta see if I can make it work somehow, though. I don't know why I even... Oh, yeah, that's why I came in here and checked for clipping. That's been there. Kind of weird. here. Those corners are mighty dark. Looks pretty good in here, though. It's just the clipping in the cockpit that kind of used to at this point. Let's go see if we can get that Deimos Bay to work, though. Because it'll clean up the front a lot. I appreciate everybody tuning in today. I hope y'all are enjoying the stream and having a good day. So, my issue is, I want that, but it won't work technically because you can't enter this cockpit from the bottom, and you can't go directly from your landing bay to the cockpit either. I had one idea, and it might completely ruin the cockpit, but it might also make it work. This is probably gonna look terrible, but I want to see if I can even get it to happen. Oh, it worked. All right, let's put the stuff back on. This is probably gonna look terrible inside. I can't wait. What? Huh? Okay, it's the inside is probably gonna be horrendous. Not gonna lie. Because I've got a 1x1 hab just like shoved halfway up the cockpit. Well, let's see what it looks like. You can't get to the pilot seat. Alrighty then. That's funny. Oh, I can't get out. Wait. But it just looks so much better. Well, 1x1s halfway through the cockpit is not an option. That's the first time I've tried that. Alright, once I get this put back together, it should actually be fairly functional. Originally, when I created the bigger version, I did want at least one more hab, but I think for the sake of appearance, I can deal with removing the 2x1. It's still C-Class. Got C-Class weapons. Better shield. Way more cargo space. And I had it just about complete already. Like, after I posted the Raven video, I already had this essentially complete. It just wasn't nearly as clean as it is now and Raven was, because I had put it together before I learned more about blending objects, I guess. But I think we're getting pretty close. This might end up being the final product. Let's go check it out. It's nice not having any ladders that you have to climb. I think I just got stuck on something. See what it looks like with all the gear pulled up and the bay closed. I think it looks pretty good. Tried to maintain the look that I created with Raven as much as I could, but making the body thicker to be able to hide the reactor, or at least mostly, ended up altering the look a little bit. But having the ship be a little bit taller made it where I could do that alternating effect with the wings. I think that's probably the best, like, slanted wings you're gonna get until something gets added with mods. So honestly, I'm pretty happy with this one. I think I'm gonna color that Docker on the bottom before I forget about it, and then go start working on the weekend project. I'll end up posting the build video for the C-Class upgrade here, either probably tomorrow, to be honest. Be tomorrow afternoon after I get off from work. I think I'm just gonna chill, hang out with y'all on stream today, and mess around with the design that I think I might be able to post the build video on this weekend. 'Cause I got plenty of time to work on it this weekend. Real quick though, before I start tearing that thing apart, I'm happy with the one. So let me create a save. So my plan for this one was I'm gonna try and keep like the middle low profile and match the shape of the cockpit a little bit for the main body in the middle. Kind of like that, like I did for the Cabot Enterprise, the cleaner Cabot, anyways. I can put Stroud Bay here right at the front. Doesn't look too bad. We'll get a hab there. Now, I gotta figure out how to end this over here. I usually just slap some Stroud Cafes around in different places until something looks decent, but I don't know if that'll work here. It might, actually, though. I have an idea. It's not gonna be very clean on the inside. Not my goal this time around. We can make something cool. A design that I've been trying to come up with since I started playing the game, really, but I just haven't done anything that I've been happy with yet. All right, and then my idea from there is to. So I don't have them available here at the outpost landing pad, but that's fine. I can put some structural braces in place of the special habs that I plan on using. For now. And my plan is to get either the Nova Galactic or Hope Tech connectors and replace these with those. That's why I'm placing habs out here. Looks like I'm gonna need 2 2x to make the wings come out in front of the cockpit like I want to. And obviously it would be flipped in. Alright, well, top one's gonna have to be like that. That way there's a second lower layer. I don't like offsetting the wings above the ship. I want to keep it all on the same plane if I can. So let's duplicate that for the other side and see how that looks. Need to figure out what I'm gonna do with my engines. Probably gonna hide them. Actually, I know exactly what I'm gonna do with them. I'm gonna hide them in some structures on the wings like I've done in a few videos recently. Or a video or two, at least. That's not very helpful. I'm gonna have to use one of these. Oh. How about that? Maybe? I don't know. I'm gonna do it on the other side and just keep moving. I'll adjust it a lot before it ends up making it into a video. kind of odd that worked. I'm pretty sure I've got 2 landing gears stacked inside of each other right here. Alright. Landing gear need to go out here. That should probably come in. I'll figure out what to do about that later. Or, hold on. Been having some luck with this one here lately. That's gonna make all the gear too high though. Can't use that one. Alrighty. 2 buys are probably gonna be limited to the wings then. I know it's gonna look ridiculous inside, but I'm actually kind of curious. Because the reactor, the grav drive, and way too much other stuff are all right here. Why not mess with some stuff over here to... that's just wrong. I don't know what to do with these back ends, though. I'm just gonna finish putting it together till the errors go away now. Honestly, I'm curious to see what's in there. Because it's probably completely ridiculous. Definitely far enough away from where you get plopped out of your ship and like vendors. Doesn't look that bad initially, but we're in the reactor right now. And here's the grav drive, I think. That's great. Let's go get the like Nova byway hab so I can check out the wings. Once I get these, should be able. Yeah, it just works like structure, and so far like whenever you go to blend objects together, the only things that have given me trouble is like the landing bay. Whenever it clips inside the ship, it can prevent you from getting in or out of your cockpit, even though like you can see through the door perfectly fine. Had an issue with that before, actually using the same landing bay I've put on this ship. And habs, which you saw earlier whenever I was messing around with putting a 1x1 hab in the middle of the Deimos cockpit, and it just completely messed it up over on the Hawk ship.
Okay, no problem.
But those are like the only times it actually prevents you from doing or using anything that I found. The little byway habs I'm about to put in here are going to have structure clipping all through them. We should just need 2 of these for each side. We can place those back. And the 2x1s in the wings should actually look fine. I don't have anything clipping in them yet, but this is just like the general idea, I guess, that I'm going for with the next one. After I do the, what is it, C-class version of Raven. After I make that video, I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with this thing. I might end up like scrapping the aggressive outside wing design entirely and just doing something with the Cabot bridge, but definitely be changing it up from the Deimos one after the Hawk build guide goes up. So now the body's a little closer to the shape I was going for originally, but the wings look way too long right now. Something just a little less aggressive like that, maybe. Then I could shift this up, that up, place. Ooh, that's not a good. Well, actually, I have a good spot for those. Um, what am I looking for? 2 1x1 habs. And then I think I'll end up. I don't know, actually. Do I need 4 engines? No. But I do need 3. I know exactly what to do with the third one. Place it there. Looks alright, I think. I mean, that's kind of what I'm going for with this one. Got 2 landing gear over there. Only 1 over here for some reason. You like the overall shape? Thanks. I'm starting to like it a little bit too. This is, like I said, something I've been trying to figure out for a while now. It just never looks right whenever I get done. Let me throw that primer gray on. Helps me judge the angles on everything a lot better. An angry little frog. Yeah, my girlfriend actually made a comment about trying to make like a frog ship by like, I could probably take and shorten these, maybe put just a 1x1 between the 2 sets of capes and then like squish them against it real quick. Try and put them like tight up against the back here, make it look like it's a frog with its legs curled up. But I haven't I haven't messed around with that yet because I just feel like it'd be a ridiculous ball flying through the sky. This looks alright so far. Do what I've done in a few others and hide my guns under the capes. just because, like, as much detail as they have, the guns don't add anything to the look of the ship for me. They tend to take away from it. What are you talking about over there, Amber? Is this what you were talking about with the frog design? Because I was thinking about putting the legs in a lot closer whenever me and you talked about it, Amber. I came in here for equipment plates. I think I'm just gonna do 8 weapons total. Leave the... Well, nah. I'll use 2 EM, like, suppressors on this one somewhere because I do like having the option to board. Even if I don't really have a reason to do it anymore. Alright, this thing is B class, so we're gonna be limited to the best proton or whatever. What is it? Is it proton beams? I mean, they're auto helion beams is what they're called. But what's this damage type again? Oh, what we were talking about was the same idea? Yeah. The Zer ship from Destiny. Just like a giant ball, just like everything scrunched up together. I'm gonna make the weapon 1, the auto helions. And then up front, I'm just gonna do 2 helion beams. That way I can fit 2 suppressors. Because the helion beams can fire constantly. You don't have to wait on those to recharge. I mean, I say you don't have to wait on them to recharge. It is a consistent fire rate, is what I mean. It's not like the auto helion beams where you just blow the whole load in like 5 seconds and then it might take half a minute to recharge depending on how much energy you got. Alright. Helion. Suppressor. Now what? Modules that exceed reactors class. And what is that? Hey man, thanks for stopping by the stream. I really appreciate that. It means a lot. And the compliment too. Really, all the support from the Starfield community has been absolutely amazing. And it's the whole reason I've been making so many build guides. So really, I should be thanking y'all. If it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be making so many videos right now. Now what? Oh, I gotta reassign them. I bet I know what that warning is. And I swear I didn't look at it. It's missing a shield, though. It's another top speed one. Let's go check it out now that the wings are actually accessible. I forgot already about the reactor and grav drive just shoved in the front of it right here. I should really hide those in the wings somewhere. Dang, I should have put some windows on the wings if I was going to take it to space. Anyways, I'm already here. I don't know if I opened or closed it. All right, there we go. No more clipping. It's all in the middle of the ship. Yeah, I should really do something with those. They're just in the way. It's cool that you can hide them to make the outside look better, but gotta find a better way to hide them. Especially since right now, no matter what, the Stroud Cap A's are gonna be going through my Nova like passageways. I don't know. I need to see if I can do something else with this stuff here. What I really wanted to use was this bay right here, so that you could walk right up to the front of the ship. essentially, and walk in without having to walk all the way around the back. I'm gonna try and get that to work again, I guess. Feel like that's gonna block too much of the landing bay. I have had it with this bay where you can't even get in the ship before. Because if you're outside the ship, structures are solid, but once you get inside the ship, structural pieces become completely irrelevant, essentially. You can walk right through them. So I did figure out like one trick you can use to manipulate pathing a little bit, like you're talking about, but I haven't spent too much time on it. Um, if you come to the outpost landing pad with shipbuilder where you've got access to most of the manufacturers, there's Tayo bottoms, and there's different types of bottoms. Like the bottom A's, what I've done in one of my ships, I think it was actually the original version of Hawk, like before I converted it to the updated version I'll be doing in a guide here soon. I had a Tayo 1x1 bottom, and it was literally the only ladder in the entire ship. Even though I had, so like I was using the Nova Galactic, the C4 bridge, the one I've got on this ship I'm messing around with right now. So like the steps in that will eliminate a bunch of ladders in your ship. And then you can also use this, and as long as you don't place like a hab on the left or right, I mean the fore or aft sides, and like if you place this under a floor, then you know there's going to be a ladder there, even if there's a hab on the starboard and port sides. There won't be a door on the starboard or port side because of the way the sides are formed. But really, that's the only thing I've messed with whenever I was trying to manipulate ladder paths. The Enterprise ship that I posted a guide on, I spent a while messing around with ladders in that one because they were so annoying. But on that one, in one of the wings, I had a 2x1, and then I had two 1x1s, and I kept ending up with, like, sometimes I would have a ladder going down in the first 1x1, and then a door here, and like it would be 2x1 ladder and a door. Sometimes it would be the ladder in the back and then a door this way. There was one time I had ladders in like both sides. I'd put the 1x1s up top and the 2x1 down bottom, and I put two ladders in it. So like it makes no sense sometimes. I I still haven't figured out the ladders. They drive me nuts too. I try to keep everything like minimized to 2 levels because of that. If not, there is one trick. If you're doing like a really big ship, like say you're doing a really big ship, let me slide out of here. You can grab your cockpit. I don't think I have any. Yeah, I don't have any that are like a low entrance. And if you take a 1x1, put on top of that, and then start stacking 1x1s, like 2 or 3 levels high, however high you want to make your ship, then you can take like an all-in-one and then your bay, whatever it ends up being at the front. Let me grab the other one that'll actually connect to that. So like if you build something like this first and then build off of this, in most cases, what I've seen is it creates one ladder in the back going all the way up, and then you just branch out from this column into each of the floors. But that's like the most controlled situation I've found with ladders so far, is by starting with something like this and then building off of it. But even then, like sometimes whenever you do start with this, you'll end up with in the multiple layers, you'll end up with just a ladder like going in the bot from an armory, and it just drops in the roof of a control station for no reason. So it's definitely something you gotta play around with. I haven't figured out any exact science to it yet. All right, I'm gonna see if I can stick the hiding the reactor is really a pain. It really is. The grab drive's not so bad because it doesn't have connections on all sides, but yeah, I won't be able to do something like that with the reactor, I don't think. Anyways, I'm gonna try it though. And I'm sorry if I didn't acknowledge your chat. You're welcome for the tips. I'm happy to help. Like I said, I wouldn't be here making all the Starfield content if it wasn't for y'all. I appreciate everyone, and I'm happy to help any way I can. And I appreciate y'all stopping by and talking with me about it. That's how we learn stuff together. So right now, the only way I've been able to hide this style of reactor particularly is with items that have like 2 connection points. Hey, what's up, Marcus? It's good to see you at the stream. How you doing today? The only thing I've been able to hide this with, like, successfully is that Stroud nose cap B. I need to see if I can put it somewhere else. That might be the spot right there. Hey, Marcus. So I know you've been following my builds pretty closely here recently. I wanted to ask you, like, if you think about it on the next one, could you drop the cost in the comments for people? Because I've had a couple people ask me, and I end up working on these things 2 or 3, 4, sometimes even 5 times before I actually post the video. So, like, I have no idea what they cost really by the time I get around to making a video. The best I can give people is an estimate between 3 and 500K usually. But I want to ask you, since you said something about having that 3 million credits saved up, see if maybe you could help me out since you're hanging around and keeping up with all the videos. Where did I put that? Oh, there's the other fuel tank. Got one air, only one landing. What? Did I duplicate it? Where's... Oh, wow. Wow. Ignore that. 300,000 on Raven. Hell yeah, man. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I'll be sure to put that in the comments and reply to that comment on Raven, because that was the most recent one that I was concerned with. Do you have Starship Design 4 unlocked, or have you been using that glitch where you can place like things outside of your skill level? 'Cause I've also been thinking about putting together like a short tips and tricks guide to help people kind of get through my build videos with like common questions, common issues that people have been having. Enterprise. Hold on, let me get my pen and paper. All right, man, dude, you're awesome. Let me see, I'm writing down Enterprise right now. 43883. Is that, am I reading that right, or is this emote thing blocking something again? You got it unlocked? All right. I'll have to create a new character and see if I can level up the piloting skill and then like skip the Starship Design. I'll have to double check, make sure that glitch still works before I put it in a guide. Heck yeah, man. Thank you. I really appreciate that. As a matter of fact, I got my phone right next to me. Sorry, the screen's not gonna be very busy for a moment. I'm gonna hop on my phone actually and reply to that person real quick. Oh dang! I actually gotta finish this before I can reply because I gotta double check what level starship or what level piloting you need for B class. Because I don't remember. I maxed all that stuff out pretty quick. So I gotta go back and check. That way I can give them the best information I can possibly get my hands on, anyways. So piloting rank 3 for B class. I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna do a simple one. And if they need clarification, I'm sure they'll be back, right? I hope. But, yeah, I don't know what most of the requirements for these are. I figured out what the requirements for the max and best stuff was and just beelined a straight line for it. I spent like an hour or two on Androphon and hit level 60, and let me see, I built a bunch of ships, so getting the starship design wasn't very hard. And with the pilot, like Vanguard Simulator, the piloting thing takes 30 minutes maybe. What is going on? Where do I want to... Here we go. And then some portholes so we can actually see something when we get up into space. And I don't know, should I put one here or should I just cut the workshop out, put a 1x1 here, and then do like here. Cause I mean, not terrible, but just the flat ending of the engine kind of bothers me a little bit. While it still ends flat, it's not nearly as aggressive this way, at least. Uh-oh. It's a good thing I got a spare. My controller's not even off. What do you mean? My controller's not even dead. Hmm. I don't care if I gotta walk through a curtain. It looks so much better on the outside. Let's go check it out. And now that I got windows, it's not a waste of time to go to space anymore. Why is that even there, dude? There's stairs right here. See what I was talking about earlier with these ladders, bro? They don't make any sense. What do you mean? You see Watchdog 3. You know what vendor I might be able to see that at? Because if you can point me to one, I'll see if I can throw a couple ideas at you. I'm gonna have to get rid of one or two of my ships to actually mess with it on my screen, but I can probably do that. Dude, I want to do something. That just bugs me. Like, why you put a ladder right here, man? Let me try moving the docker and see if that fixes it. Okay, what is this? Companionway? What if we made it a storeroom? Storerooms aren't very good with holes in the middle of them. You stole it? I think there was somewhere that I went that was selling like Deimos. Deimos sells UC stuff, I think. I'm gonna head over to Deimos and see what ships they got. I still gotta do something with that reactor, man. It's bugging me. Yeah. I've been sitting at 11 ships on this save here for a while because I picked up 10 before I did part of the Crimson Fleet quest line, and I don't want to. Crimson Fleet sells a Watchdog variant. All right, yeah, I'll go check that out. But I had 10 ships before I did part of the Crimson Fleet storyline, so that made it where I technically have 11 ship slots now. So even if I delete one, it's still gonna tell me I have too many. Man, it's just so hard to deal with this reactor sometimes. But that's enough to move on for now. I don't want to spend too much time in the shipbuilder screen. Be just as bad as spending the whole time at the counter talking and waiting like I did yesterday. It definitely does. I like to just start completely from the ground up, though. Like, I'll start with the cockpit, a hab or two, and a landing bay, and then I'll try and build the ship off of that. The reason I always start with the landing bay in my build guides is because by placing the landing bay first, it actually creates a point for your camera to lock onto. It just makes orienting the camera way easier when you don't place the bay first. It starts to like dropping parts under the map, and then you pick one thing and you try to rotate around it and pulls you way lower than you want to go. And it's just so much easier whenever you start with the landing bay. Moving the docker didn't do anything for that though. Why you do? One through 4, depending on level. I should get. I mean, I feel like I should be able to see 4, unless. I mean, it does rotate, but I have the ability to see 4. I think I'm level 80. Let's go check it out. I'm actually pretty chill with the Crimson Fleet right now, so we can go and look at that. I can't see. Oh my lord. Watchdog 3 at level 56. Dude, you're getting close to getting that reactor, or do you already have the 104DS reactor that I've been using?
Hello, Captain.
Because the people that have been asking about the parts, I've been telling them that I think the reactor unlocks at 60, and I've only been telling them that because it's pretty well and far the best part that I've found since I hit 60. Check the cell ships this way.
Next time you see Bond,
want to stay
tell
on
him
the
to
radar.
lighten up.
I've got
I've
just
got a
the
real
thing.
attitude problem.
No, but shop's always open.
What are we looking for? The watchdog? Doesn't look like I've got it here at this one. I might go hit Venus real quick and reset vendor inventories. Come back, check. Yeah, it definitely ain't here.
Official security on the key. Nowhere else.
You don't got it yet, so you've been using one of the other versions in place of it? I'm pretty sure that reactor, though, is the last thing that you unlock, but I could be wrong. I wish I knew which one of these had that outpost I dropped a bunch of stuff at yesterday. Well, it wasn't this one. think it's pretty good. I've been wanting to like complete this. Like, if you think of these two Stroud Capes here as like half of a piece, you know, essentially if you took both the nose caps and put them together, and then do the same thing for an aft version. I've been thinking about trying to do like, I guess that would be 4 of those put together as wings, but it just seems like a big, a big waste.
Captain Solo. Hello. I am
It's my least favorite thing about this landing bay. Sometimes you catch on paint, I think, honestly. Okay, I need to hop on a jump seat, wait a little bit, go back to the key, and check for Crimson Fleet Watchdog. Game's taking a moment. Or more, I guess. The game froze, not the stream. So, like, I don't know what's going on. It's been my least favorite thing about doing ship battles, too, man. Anytime you get more than, like, 4 or 5 ships involved, the frames hit the floor just randomly out of nowhere. It really kind of hurts the experience. But it's, like, my favorite part of the game, so it kind of sucks. And it looks like we'll be restarting. Uh-oh. Well, darn, I should have stayed there. I'm pretty sure I saw a Crimson Fleet ghost. I was flipping through them so fast, I probably didn't give y'all a chance to look at it. Tell me either. Yeah, I think I saw it when I was there. I just wasn't aware that that was the same thing. I don't know. I've probably only seen a watchdog 1 or 2 times, to be honest, that I can remember. At least I was able to open my menu. Let's go check out the ghost. Cause you really can't see anything at the key whenever it's dark on this side.
Talkin ID of service counted.
Need a drink?
If you want to stay
I'll
on
get
your
the
radar.
last Nova. Will be
No,
more than
but
happy to take your credits.
shop's
Let's
always
see.
open as long as your money's good.
So is this the one you're talking about? The Ghost? With a Hope Tech landing bay and a docker on the front? Okay. You want to keep the overall design for the size and shape though? Now, when you say you want to make it a Class C beast though, Class C ships are slower. Are you sure you don't want to try and do a Class B? Because if I wanted to preserve the way this ship looks currently, I would put that 104 DS reactor in that I've been using. Yeah. So if I wanted to do that, I would put the B class reactor in that I've been using and then replace the weapons with helion beams and neutron beams. Pretty much the same gun setup that I have on the original Heyday video, the how to build the fastest ship in the game. The weapons I use there would be the ones I put on this probably. And you should also be able, it looks like that's 3 engines, so you could probably swap those out for the 3015 White Dwarfs and get your top speed up to 180. And it should look relatively identical to how it does now, but have way more firepower, way more speed. Yeah, if you use the parts that I just talked about, it should keep the shape that it has now. It should stay exactly like it is. Let me do a save and see if it'll let me
I don't
get
mind
it.
helping, but
I'm probably
it'll
gonna have
cost
to
you.
delete 2 ships to be able to get this.
I've got plenty of goodies.
B is fine, but maximum power, I think is what that says. I got more power. Okay. I really wish there was a way to get rid of that emote thing at the bottom right of the chat. I'm sure there is, but I haven't. I've been having issues trying to get YouTube chat integrated over here at Streamlabs. I'm able to read it now, at least, though. So let me find 2 ships. I did a save, so it doesn't really matter what 2 ships I get rid of. However, Heyday is super easy to make, and I've got 2 of them, so... What? Why not? Alright, well, what about this one? this one? Sure.
Anything
Alright.
ship related? You're at the right place. Sure.
Now, I should be able to buy this, and then I can take it back to... Well, I will find out here in just a moment. I'm about to buy it, and then take it back to my outpost landing pad and see what I can come up with you here on stream. It really depends. The Warden shield that I've been using, I think it's the Warden. I could be wrong though. I think it hits 1190 or something like that. I think it's in the 1100s. Okay, so first thing I would do is pop that off, delete the engines, scrap the reactor, keep the grav drive probably, remove the launcher. Now I would go grab the 104 reactor with 39 power, and we could pop this back on, then get 3 of our 3015 engines we've been using. Now we have slightly increased the mass, it would appear anyways. I wasn't looking at the stats beforehand. Now we've got to replace the weapons though. And where's the shield at on this thing? There it is. Okay. The shield goes up to 1125. Pretty close. One of those Starship Design Rank 4 ones. And next we need weapons. So I would go with probably at least 2, if not 4, of the auto helions. This thing flip? It does. So you can place the guns, then flip and place the cargo. And then, I mean, if I was just being lazy about it, I'd slap the shield right there. Or fuel tank up there or something like that. Let's see. Look for something that I can flip and hide stuff with, though. Still need more guns. We're not done yet. We've only put 1 set of guns on. Like, I might probably pull that tank. And then we need more guns. And a fuel tank now. This here treats me pretty good a lot of times, especially since you can get 2 of them, and then have plenty of fuel for some good long jumps. Still need at least 2 more weapons. I would probably do 2 Helions and then 2 suppressors. That's if you plan. You said you wanted to go for a bounty hunter, right? Yep, bounty hunter. So we're gonna need EM weapons. Or at least one. So we could do that. Well, this one's got 47 electromagnetic damage, so that's not too bad. But like, if I wanted to preserve the original ship as much as possible and just upgrade from the base version, this is probably what I would do, something along these lines, and at most find a piece of structure to hide here. But we've pretty much preserved the original shape of the ship, and none of our guns are even crossing, so it should look pretty decent. Like, pretty realistic, I guess, compared to the builds that I've been doing. But yeah, that's probably what I would do. I think I would want a piece of structure, though, for hiding the shield and just smoothing the transition between the engine to grav drive. Ooh, what do you think about that? I don't know. Is there anything else you want me to mess with before I reload the save back over there at the key? Why don't, hold on, I have 2 errors. Just, hold on, I have 2 errors. Oh, exceeds available credits and weapons that need to be assigned. Okay, those errors are completely irrelevant. They're saying that I'm broke and I need to finish my job. So I would do your Neutron or Helion, whichever one doesn't have auto in the name. And do that on whatever fire button you don't plan on letting off of. In my case, I like whatever one that continues to fire consistently. I like that to go to the left trigger, but I can never remember if it's weapon 0 that goes left trigger or weapon 1 that goes left trigger, so I always get those mixed up. Well, do you need me to hang out here for a minute? Is there anything else, like, you want to match it, or should I just go ahead and start loading that save up? Well, actually, you know what? Since we're on YouTube, YouTube's fancy, man. You can rewind the stream if you need to. I'm not used to be, like, having that option. So yeah, I'm gonna pop out of here and go get that save. Before I spent all the money that I wasted a bunch of people's time getting yesterday. Yes, honey. He called me, but I'm still on the stream. You know, if our buddies turn them notifications on, they can come hang out with us too. Fuckers. But I was talking to him earlier. I texted him on the phone earlier. He texted me first, though, to be fair. And I don't know. Got it and did it with you. Awesome. Awesome, Marcus. Yeah, dude, anytime you want help, like, messing around with something like that, if I'm alive, I'd be happy to. I love, like, messing around and experimenting together. What are we gonna do now, though? I'm not sure if this will get changed or not before it ends up in a video. I mean, if you ask me, it's kind of lame and boring, but we'll see. It's different than the things that I've been doing. I probably just need to look up something for, like, just look up, like, some different Star Trek ships, because I had a couple people not necessarily ask, but allude to, like, they would like to see what I would do with a couple different Star Trek ships other than the Enterprise. But coming tomorrow, I believe, there should be a build guide on this one. This is the C-Class upgrade to Raven, wherever it ended up at. Yeah, so here's Raven. Tomorrow I'll probably do Hawk, the C-Class upgrade. And then Saturday, I might do this one. I'm still not sure about it. But I'll definitely have Hawk tomorrow after work. I'll get that build guide out for y'all. But I can hear Amber in there on the phone talking to some friends of ours. I pretty much got everything I wanted to get done today and then some. I really only just wanted to get Hawk to a point where I was happy with it to do the build guide and pick up that Cabot bridge for the guide for this weekend. So I really did enjoy hanging out with y'all today. It's been a pleasure talking with everyone on the stream. And I look forward to seeing y'all here for another one. Heck yeah, man. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Really, it's been awesome. I'll be doing a lot more and hanging out with y'all. I'm gonna hop off of here though. Like I said, I will be doing that guide tomorrow, so I probably won't be streaming. I might stream for a little bit after it, but I've been doing my guides offline just because it streamlines the process and makes it where I can get them out a lot faster. So may or may not be a live stream tomorrow. Can expect one Saturday. I have no idea what the time is though. And look forward to seeing y'all then. Hope everyone has a good evening. And I'm out.